Mary Grant. At guard, the 5'4" freshman, number 20, Faith McCallum. At guard, the 5'7" sophomore, number 22, Kirsten Verhulst. And at guard, the 5'8" sophomore, number 23, Grace McCallum. The Stags are coached by Kevin Mulvaney, assistants Tim Mulvaney, Sydney Ritter, and Chris Thayer. And making their debut in the A-10 varsity, that's the number 2 team in the A-10 varsity, top 25, the Blue Jays, the Raytown. At guard, a 5'7" senior, number 2, Gladys Brown. At guard, a 5'3" senior, number 5, LaCoria Brown. At guard, a 5'6" sophomore, number 11, Layla Hatcher. At forward, a 6-foot junior, number 13, Summer Yancey. At forward, a 6-foot senior, number 24, Amani Henry. The Blue Jays are head coached by Alicia Dunn, assistants Jeffrey Burton and Tiana Snow.
We are all set for tip here in our 4th contest of the day. The first 3 games have been very entertaining. We've had a good slate of basketball so far. In our first game, the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers held off a comeback from the Base Horror Linwood Bobcats. Got a win over a Kansas opponent, which has been a struggle for the Lincoln Prep Lady Tigers this season. And in our second game, the Grandview Bulldogs took care of the Lincoln Prep Blue Tigers, the boys team, without too many problems. And in our most recent game, the Truman Patriots, the number 1 ranked team in the Metro, came to victory over EKL team Blue Valley Tigers. And in this matchup, we have some very familiar storylines from game number 3. We have the Raytown Blue Jays, who are sitting at 16-1. And I mentioned throughout last broadcast how Truman was the number 1 team in the Metro. If you're going to put Truman at number 1, you have to put Raytown at number 2. Mary Grant's 3 there, misses the mark, but Raytown at 16-1 have beaten everybody in their path. Their only loss to a non-metropolitan team. They have been fantastic as that ball dribbled on the out-of-bounds line will go the Stags' way. Bishop Miege Stags having a rough year inside the program. The longtime head coach Terry English passed away this offseason, and Kevin Mulvaney has stepped into the role of head coach this year. Terry was supposed to come out of retirement to coach the Stags as Grace McCallum knocks down a 3. Mulvaney's team is in a good position in the top 4 in the 4A standings on the Kansas side and repeating state champions there. Returning a couple starters from that state team. That ball out of bounds, and Mary Grant thought she had a runaway layup, but ball out of bounds, and it will stay with Raytown and Coria Brown inbounding the ball here. This is Hatcher with it up top. Far side to Brown. Now an open 3-point attempt that rolls off the rim. We got a foul underneath the basket, and it will be an out-of-bounds play. Not sure what the ruling was, who the foul was on. It looks like it was on Livy Schull. Raytown with the chance to run an inbounds play, and McCallum picks it off. McCallum running the floor, crosses over right to left, lost it. Raytown wanted to carry. Now Faith McCallum dribbles in, lost it, out of bounds off of her knee, and out of play. So a turnover for the Stags, and Raytown finds themselves down 3-0. Reminder, this is the halfway point of our 8-10 varsity showcase today. We got 3 games coming up after this. Invite you to stay with us for all of them. You'll see the Lee Summit West boys, who are the best team in Missouri and in the city right now. Open 3-point look is passed up. Now a drive. Open floater rolls in for the first points of the game for the Blue Jays. That is Hatcher getting them on the score sheet. McCallum Driving, gives to her sister. That is knocked out of bounds, and it looked like the fingers got bent back there, which all hoopers know that feeling. Summer Yancey, the jammed finger possibly. Verhulst inbounds to Faith McCallop, the freshman, starting on varsity. Miege, such a young team. Faith, a freshman. Mary Grant, number 5, a freshman. And then Kirsten Grace McCallop also started as freshmen. They are just sophomores. Verhulst's shot rolls off the rim and is claimed by Raytown. Hatcher was not expecting that pass, but handled it okay. Threw up a shot that did not go, and then Livy Scholl called for a foul underneath the basket. This is Amani Henry, the 6-foot senior. Her first free throw off the back rim. This would be quite an impressive win for Bishop Miege today on a neutral court closer to Raytown. This would be an upset win that would really put them on the map as a team to fear. 4A girls gets more and more competitive each year, and especially this year. Teams like McPherson in contention. McCallop drives, finds Scholl. Her foot was on the line. Unfortunately, only a 2 for Livy Scholl, but she will take the points. No doubt about it. 5-2 advantage here for Miege early. That pass picked off. Grant driving. That one man with her. Layup is off the rim, no good. The McCallops converge on it. Ball on the floor. Timeout called by Raytown head coach Alicia Dunn for the pass, so we will step aside. 5-2 is our score. The Miege Stags hold a quick lead. We will take a 30-second break. Be back with more action after the break. So restarting play here, we've got 5-2 advantage for the Bishop Miege Stags, who are not the favorite team today. It's the Raytown Blue Jays at 16-1, who expected to win today, and it's because of plays like that. Impressive layup, getting to the basket with ease. Amani Henry, except for those missed free throws earlier. Now McCallop drives and one. She will shoot the point after. Grace McCallop gets fouled going up and under there. And chance to extend the lead to 4. Grace McCallop is sister of Imagine McCallop, who's currently playing college basketball at Alabama A&M. Brother of PJ McCallop, sister of PJ McCallop, who's started for the Miege boys team. Storied family at Miege, the McCallops. Obviously Faith McCallop out there as well today, starting as a freshman on varsity. There's a little floater that rolls off the rim. Rebound fought for. Now underneath a cutting man, and that is a very, very high IQ cut by Summer Yancey. Sensing the play, drifting towards the perimeter. She goes where defenders are not, and nobody picks her up for an easy layup. Now McCallop drives all the way. Grant had her shot blocked on the other end, and a foul is committed. It was just sort of a frustration foul. No, sorry, we got a foul before that. I think even before Grant's shot, she was fouled going up. So an inbounds play. McCallop looks for a cutter. That will stay on this end as Grace McCallop had it poked away by Taomi Molden. Allie Olson checks into the ball game. McCallop throws it to the corner. Verhulst open for 3. She got it. Nice inbounds play. A little back screen there by Grant to free up Kirsten Verhulst for her first 3. Now Raytown looking to push it. And as Brown driving, blocked by McCallop. Olson had her pass knocked away. Fortunate to find it in McCallop's hands. Now Grant lost it. Wild pass. He's just wanting to slow things down now. Olsen lost it. Ball still available. McCallop grabs it. Spin move in the lane. Layup is off the bottom of the backboard, but a foul called and a couple of free throws coming. Wild sequence there. Steals on both ends. Ends with a couple of Faith McCallop free throws. No, before the shot, they'll say, on the floor. So an inbounds play. That is the first on Brown. McCallop has another inbounds play. Quickly to McCallop. Layup doesn't go. Olsen fought for it. That ball is still loose, still available. There's a triple team. McCallop knocks it down. That is Stag ball, it looks like. McCallop was pleading her case. It is not. It is Raytown ball. A lot of activity in the backcourt on both ends. Steals in the backcourt. Looking for an exciting first quarter. Miege up 5, 11-6. This is Hatcher with it. Hatcher drives with her left, kicks it out. About a 3 and now gives off to Brown. Brown drives, splits Allie Olsen, but shot misses everything. Rebound cleared by McCallop. This is Faith McCallop now driving. Crossing over, this is Grant. Grant drives with her left, wants to hand off to McCallop. Instead she finds the other McCallop. This is Faith with it, out near that Titan logo. Hands it off to Grant. Grant with an open three-point look off the back rim. Shooter's roll favors Mary Grant, and it is an 8-point advantage for the Stags. Double team comes quickly. Reach-in fouls called for by the Raytown sideline, but they get out of it and retain possession. Brown driving. Now on the near side, a contested three-pointer. Went off the backboard, and now a hard foul on the rebound, and just a frustration foul, but Jada Smith will be going in the book for it. You can see a little bit of frustration for Raytown. They haven't been able to establish that half-court offense. There's been too much pressure in the backcourt from the Miege Stags so far. Raytown did not get to 16-1 with this kind of offense. They will wake up sooner than later, but right now it is the Stags show. This is McCallop. Thought about it, gives back to Verhulst, and now Grant. Grant fakes, tries to split a double, cannot. McCallop for 3. Oh, that would have been big. Rebound fought for and tipped out towards Raytown. This is Brown. Brown driving with Verhulst. Blocked by Verhulst, out of bounds. Heads up play. Timing it right was Kirsten Verhulst, and it will be underneath the basket for Raytown. Eight-point game. Raytown down by 8. Open three-point look in the corner, I think was partially tipped. Now Verhulst will run 3-on-1. She's got JoJo Valdivia to her right. Verhulst keeps it, had it stripped. Valdivia was on the line when she dribbled it. That is a disappointing missed opportunity for the Stags to not score with a 3-on-1 there, but it was a nice strip play on the other side of things by Summer Yancey, who has been a bright spot for this Raytown squad. Some full court pressure here from the Stags. Not a look you'll see too often, but that backcourt pressure has really been working. Foul called on McCallop for a reach. Eight-point game still. No scores in the last minute or so of play. This is Yancey with it, gives to the far side. Brown, guarded by Verhulst. They throw towards the post, and Grace McCallop just got on the other end of that. Nice layup for Summer Yancey. Again, a heads-up play to call for that. Now the Stags have numbers. Valdivia in the corner, open three-point look, off the back of the rim, no good. Yancey up the floor for Raytown. Nice thread of the needle there. This is Henry driving, had it stripped. McCallop grabs it. Stepped on the line, out of bounds. 6-point ball game. McCallop really wanted to steal that and does. Got an open path to the basket, has Faith McCallop trailing, shoots from 15 feet and makes it. Again, that is not a coach-advised shot probably, but Grace McCallop makes it count. The Stags doubling up the Blue Jays. 16-8 our score. Layup up, no good, and a whistle and a foul is called. A couple of free throws coming now for Gladys Brown. You have inexperience and young talent on one side, and you've got a lot of experience on the Raytown side. It's a group of seniors that absolutely would like to cap this year off in a state title. And just a moment ago, the injury to Williams of Truman, possibly moving up their odds a little bit. Hopefully she is okay, but with her out of the picture, if her injury would last her longer than the month and a half left in the season, that would be a lot of trouble for Truman and would definitely move Raytown into consideration. And then Missouri's Class 6 division, and 36 seconds to go now in the first quarter. Miege will not necessarily hold for the last shot. Valdivia in the corner. She got it. Open three-point look. They will not hold for the last shot if they get that look. And the lead is up to 9. Largest lead of the first half so far. Driving layup. No good. There was contact, but no foul. Olsen is swarmed. Olsen trying to get through it. Jump ball is called. It will go to the Stags. There's an immediate double team there. Now Miege will have to run their press break. They get it into Grant. Grant to McCallop. McCallop lost it off her foot. They need to just clear this ball. Verhulst dribbles through. Grant has an open. Olsen. Olsen's layup and one. Mary Olsen will do it the old-fashioned way. That is a textbook press break from the Stags, and they have a double-digit lead. Boy, not a lot of people who would have predicted this. I told Kevin Mulvaney he'd be up 11 on the number 2 team in the Metro. He would certainly take it after a quarter, and Olsen with a chance to make it 12. Free throw is right there. Raytown will try to get up a half-court heave. Important not to foul there, and that shot goes off the top of the backboard. So an ideal first quarter for the Stags. They are up 22-10 over the Blue Jays. We will step aside for a minute and bring you more second quarter action from the A10 Varsity Showcase. We are ready to restart play here, and got a bit of an upset alert going on right now. Raytown Blue Jays, the number 2 team in the ladies A10 Varsity Top 25, currently down on the scoreboard with the Bishop Miege Stags, and Bishop Miege not chopped liver, a very talented EKL school. We're already into the double-digit win column on the Kansas side, but not the result many would have predicted. Raytown gonna have to fight back. Brown drives, tries to get fouled. McCallop takes it away out of bounds, and underneath it goes for the Blue Jays. Inbounds play opportunity here for Raytown. Lila Hatcher with it. Open three-point opportunity, and Brown will not pass that up. She knocks it down and cuts the lead down to 9. Valdivia with it now. This is Grant. Grant drives inside. McCallum, open three-point look. Off the back iron, rebound, fought for. Wilson went down behind the play. Hatcher, pull-up jumper, that is good, and that is the pure shooting that Raytown can hit you with so fast. 5 quick points in the second quarter. Now we've got a reach-in foul. 2 hands on the player, that is on Amani Henry, and she's got 2, so she may have to sit for a little bit. 22-15, our scoreline, the Stags up by 7. This is McCallum with it, gives to Verhulst. Verhulst to Grace McCallum now with it on the far side, swings it to Grant. Grant to Verhulst. Over to McCallum. Grant has it, drives with her left, got it knocked away, gives it back to Olsen. McCallum now near side. Grant open for 3, shoots it. He's off the back iron. Olsen puts it back up and in. Too much size down low. Allie Olsen goes up for the rebound, and Amani Henry, who had just picked up her second, could not pick up her third. So Miege holds a 9-point lead. Spot up 3 look from Brown, and that's pretty hard to guard if it goes in. It rolls off the back rim, but Brown has got that kind of range. Verhulst running the floor, left it short. Layup cleared by Henry. Up and under, crazy layup and a foul called. Couple of shots coming. Lila Hatcher. That is one that Verhulst would like to have back at the other end. Hatcher shoots it and knocks it through to cut the lead down to 8. This is an interesting path back for Raytown in this ballgame. 1 shot remaining for Hatcher. 6 minutes exactly to go in this second quarter. 3 games to follow this one, and our nightcap, Free State and Lee Summit West, promises to be an exciting contest. Verhulst is fouled along the far sideline, just a bump there by Gladys Brown, but that puts the Stags in the bonus, so they will be shooting 1-and-1s for the remainder of the half. McCallum drives with her right. Gets it all the way through, finds Verhulst, who had that blocked. The rebound claimed by Raytown. That is lost out of bounds, and it will stay with Raytown. Yancey wanted a foul called. She will not get it, but the ball is on the Raytown set line. That shot does not go. Ball lost underneath. Now McCallum grabs it. Far corner, open three-pointer does not go. Brown cuts in, open elbow jumper, that does not go. Uncharacteristic, bad open shooting from Raytown. Now Raytown will get it underneath. Inbounds play opportunity here for Raytown. Long possession. Yancey puts it on the floor, goes up, and 1. Grace McCallum called for the foul. +1 for Summer Yancey, who has led the way for Raytown thus far. Also puts Raytown into the bonus. Gibson checks into the game. Yancey will shoot one free throw. Chance to cut it down to 4. Stags had a 12-point lead. At the end of the first quarter, that has been chipped into quite a bit. Free throw rolls out. Rebound grabbed by Skylar Smith, and then a foul is called, so a 1-and-1 coming. That is a unnecessary foul to commit by Jada Smith. It's her second. Raytown running into just a little bit of foul trouble. Skylar Smith has a 1-and-1. First free throw is a little strong. Mary Grant grabs the rebound. Faith McCallop open for 3. Missed everything, and the rebound grabbed by Yancey. She has an outlet. McCallop is back to disrupt that, and she did not touch it, but got in the way enough to break up that outlet pass, and Stags get the ball back. Good hustle play by McCallop after missing the three-pointer. 5-point game with 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Gibson with it. Over to Smith. Now Smith gives to Grant. Grant drives with her left, stops, moves over to her right. In some trouble on the perimeter. McCallop makes a nice cut to get free. 4:30 to go, second quarter. Long possession for the Stags. McCallop drives, trying to get fouled. Miscommunication, ball thrown away. Verhulst, McCallop not on the same page. Now some full court pressure from Raytown to deal with, but Yancey clears it pretty easily. 5-point game. Stepping through as Yancey gets her own rebound, goes up. That does not go. Rebound fought for, and Raytown claims it. No fouls called underneath. Verhulst on perimeter defense. This is Brown with it. Got a 5-second count on the perimeter, and that gives the ball back to the Stags. Another turnover that Raytown really be happy to do without. Some little mistakes to clean up in the second half, no doubt. As for the overall subpar shooting performance so far from Raytown, you just have to assume those shots will start falling. If they don't, it's not your day. Grant drives. Now back out with her left, guarded by Yancey. Grant all the way in, layup, rolls off. Smith grabs the rebound, puts it on the floor. McCallop thought about a 3, drives. Verhulst open for 3. She got it. Second chance opportunity. Good look from McCallop to Verhulst. And except for their miscommunication earlier, lead back up to 8. Hatcher with it. Crosses that Titans logo at midcourt. Yancey near side. Yancey crosses over, skip pass. This is Brown. Gladys Brown drives, floater does not go. Scuffle for the rebound, a whistle, and that will go out of bounds. Stay with Raytown underneath. Olsen checks back into the game. Outlet pass to Gladys Brown. Layup does not go, but a whistle and a foul is called underneath. That'll go on Olsen. A couple of free throws coming for Hatcher. First free throw rattles home. Lead cut down to 7. And both good at the line, so 6-point game, 27-21 our score. It's been a competitive one so far. 3 minutes to halftime. Verhulst with it up top. Tries to swing it to Olsen, but framed that pass a little bit too much, and it was picked off. Raytown grabs a possession off the turnover. Grant tried to pick that off. Yancey got a step on her. Easy layup, and Raytown gathering too much momentum right now for the Stags to stay on court with. They will call a timeout to talk things over. Raytown cuts it down to 4. We will take a 60-second break and be back with more from the 810 Varsity Showcase when we return. We are ready to restart play here after the full timeout. Raytown gathering a little bit of momentum, and it is a 4-point ball game. Stags still holding a lead, but Raytown creeping back into this game very slowly. Charge called here on Kirsten Verhulst. Not the ideal possession out of the timeout for the Stags. Hatcher brings it across, 4-point game. Hatcher gives low post. Now Hatcher has a wide open 3. Misses it to the left. McCallum with it. Gonna need some help against the taller Yancey. Draws the blocking foul and will shoot a couple free throws. Pretty impressive from the young freshman there to recognize she didn't need too much help getting out and could draw a foul or get by the much taller Yancey. Big 1-and-1 coming here. He's trying to keep the Blue Jays at bay and just get into the locker room and adjust from there. First free throw is good. (28-23) our score. And that second free throw is good, so 6-point ball game. Yancey stops short, gives to Brown. Brown over to Yancey, and back to Gladys Brown up top. Raytown has not run their set offense on this possession yet, and probably would like to do that now. Cutting, stripped as she goes up, but laying it up and in. Shot does not go. Excuse me, I thought that layup would go. Uncharacteristic miss. McCallum underneath, almost had it in one. She'll shoot 2 from the line. Jada Smith just missing a layup on this end, and then good transition offense to pick up a couple free throws by Grace McCallum. First shot is just a little bit short. 1:41 to go in this second half. Excuse me, second quarter. Probably would need a little bit more urgency out of Raytown if it was the second half, but Raytown down 6 and in a bit of an unfamiliar position. They are not only beating teams this year, but beating them badly. Down 7 here on a neutral court. 1:35 to go in the ball game. Hatcher with it. Hatcher swings it down low. Olsen got a hand in the passing lane. Now we've got a 3-on-2. Verhulst to Grant. Grant stops short. 10-footer is strong. Rebound pulled down by Verhulst. Verhulst gets out and will save the possession. Second chance here for Miege, up 7. Gonna take it under a minute to go in this second quarter. And a 5-second call out on the perimeter against Verhulst. Verhulst there just conferring on the call. It was the correct one. A minute 5 to go in this first half. Raytown trying to cut the deficit before halftime. More importantly, Raytown trying to lock up a good seeding overall as they go into the Missouri Class 6 tournament. Ambitions of a state title. That shot misses everything. Olsen grabs it. Verhulst. Verhulst running. Has McCallum in front of her. Back to Verhulst. Layup is strong. Out of bounds. And it will go to Raytown. .40 seconds to go in this first half. 9 fouls apiece. Both teams in the double bonus. What about that three did Hatcher? Now she'll get a skip pass off the back screen. Shifty little move, that's a 2. Olsen grabs the rebound and gives to Verhulst. Verhulst crosses over. 17 seconds to go, and now they will hold for the last shot of the half. Miege will be up at least 7 going into the break. Verhulst wants to make it 10, and does! Kirsten Verhulst from long range knocks it down. 10-point ball game. That shot is strong, and that is a solid half for Bishop Miege. They recover some of their first quarter lead. It is a 33-23 score line, and we go into our 10-minute break. The Stags up by 10. Join us in 10 for more basketball action. Well, we have got an interesting development in Game 4 of this A-10 Varsity Showcase at Lee's Summit West. You got the Bishop Miege Stags up 33-23 on the number 2 ranked Raytown Blue Jays. It has been a complete performance so far from the Stags, and they're looking to keep it up for another half. Up 10 coming out of the break. Raytown Blue Jays shooting can get them back into the game so quickly. 10-point lead can vanish so quickly, and the Stags are aware of that. The game of halftime adjustments. McCallop thought about a 3, now will drive on Yancey, try to give it back to Olsen. Lost it. I'm gonna try to steal it back as into the front court comes Hatchin. Lays it up, reverse layup goes. Cratchy layup from Hatcher. Steal and score for Miege, for Raytown. Grant with it. She stops, loses it. Another turnover. Here come the Blue Jays. Left-handed layup, rolls off. McCallop defends it again, and Grace McCallop clears the rebound. Brown disappointed in herself for missing both of those layups. Spot up 2, doesn't go. Out of bounds, it goes to Miege. JoJo Gibson checks into the game. McCallop to inbound, gives to Verhulst, who puts up a 3 and makes a 3. Big answer to that 2 from Raytown, and that makes the miss of Gladys Brown from Raytown's, makes that missed layup stand out all that more, because a 6-point game and an 11-point game are very different things. So a big swing. Verhulst 3 gives Miege an 11-point advantage. Entry pass is stolen as Olsen pulls it down. It's tipped by McCallop. Now Gibson holds it and will pull it out to reset the possession. Verhulst is open, wants 2 in a row. Left it a little short, tipped out of bounds. This time it goes the Blue Jays' way. .6:14 to go in the ball game. In the third quarter. I keep messing up my quarters today. I'm just a little bit off. Third quarter. Don't worry just yet, Raytown fans. You've still got another quarter after this. In the corner. Entry pass, and a travel is going to be called. She left her feet accidentally, did Amani Henry, and that gives Miege the ball back. McCallop gives to the other McCallop, who made a bad pass, is lucky to get it back. Now splits the defense. Olsen mishandled the pass. Gibson gonna swing it in. Great pass. Verhulst left-handed layup. JoJo Gibson with some nice vision there. It opens up for Kirsten Verhulst, who lays it in. 13-point advantage for Raytown. 38-25 our score. Open 3 from the top of the key does not go. Ball fought for underneath. Olsen playing the defense on Brown. Out of bounds, and JoJo Gibson responsible for losing it out of bounds. She'll be taken out of the game as Mary Grant checks back in. Gladys Brown to inbound underneath. Throws it quickly. Little reverse layup does not go. Rebound fought for, and a foul. It's going to be called on Grant underneath the basket. Amani Henry was trending towards putting up a layup attempt, so Grant takes that away with the foul, and the ball is underneath the basket. First foul of this second half. This is Brown with it to the corner. Open 3-point look. It's missed, and Grant grabs it. Grant to Verhulst. Verhulst, right side, cuts inside from the elbow. Grant open for 3, just short. McCallop grabs it, saves it to Faith McCallop, and she traveled with it. And Miege bench begging McCallop to just go up with it. She was surprised to find herself so open. Raytown claims it off the turnover. Man, that 3-pointer would have been huge for Grace McCallop. 16-point advantage would have been very difficult to recover. For Raytown, now at 13. Open 3-point look. Long range 3. how deadly is that? I talked about it out of the break. LaCoria Brown, and this Raytown shooting can get them back into the game so quickly. Grant kind of walked with it, shot from the elbow is a little strong. Pulled down by Raytown. 10-point game. Far right side. Got a reach-in foul here on Grant. Just did a little bit too much with the hands. 4:28 to go in the ball game. Underneath. Basket is Hatcher to inbound here. Inbounds pass. Lexi Kurt trying to steal it, but it is pulled down by Brown. Hatcher fakes. Drives with her left, pulls it out. Want to value this possession. Now in the corner. Open three-point shot is short. Rebound is grabbed, saved. Raytown recovers it. Now back to the post they go. Henry trying to post up. Layup short. Rebound tipped. Still there. That doesn't go. McCallop grabs it. McCallop wants to run across the timeline. Thought about pulling up from three. Now finds Faith McCallop. Drives with her left all the way through. Lexi Kurt with it. Finds Verhulst. Verhulst over to Kurt. Kurt drives with the left, cuts in to McCallop. Open three-point shot. Off the back iron. No good. Rebound cleared here. It's a 5-on-4 because Verhulst had to fix her shoe. She's back now for the defensive possession. Open in the three-point corner. Doesn't go. Verhulst now clears it. 3-on-2 for the Stags. 4-on-2 with McCallop trailing. Verhulst lost it out of bounds. No, picked up by Raytown, excuse me. Across the timeline. Raytown will slow it down with 3:13 to go. Wild game, steals everywhere. Open three for Hatcher is good, and that cuts the lead to 7. Raytown creeping back into this game. Timeout, Bishop Miege. They need to talk about things as Raytown cuts it to 7. 38-31. We'll step aside for 30 seconds. You're watching the 810 Varsity Showcase. So we reset here with Miege up by 7. Trying to expand their advantage as Raytown attempts to come back. This is Grace McCallop with it, now Faith McCallop. 7-point ball game, been competitive all the way through. Miege has held this lead. It has never been closer than 4 since the opening first quarter run. Lexi Kurt driving with her left. Enters the lane, now gives to McCallop. McCallop drives through, floater blocked and out of bounds. Raytown couldn't recover it. Underneath for Miege. McCallop to the corner. Verhulst, they've run this play before. This time it doesn't result in an open shot. Lexi Kurt drives, tries to find Olsen. Out of bounds and stays with Miege. Another inbounds play for Miege. Long possession. Olsen back to McCallop. Open jumper is good. Clever inbounds play. Third time's the charm. McCallop almost stole the inbounds pass. Hatcher clears it. Hatcher drives to the right. Help defense comes, but she's not worried about it. Takes it through 2 and lays it up and in. Verhulst to McCallop. Stolen and a foul. Foul called against Jada Smith. That is her 3rd. 40-33 is our score. Now we'll get a stop and a conference between the officials. Not sure what the conference could be about. There was a request in between that somebody in the crowd stop blowing their whistle. Now it looks as though it's just a conference about who the foul was on. It was on number 21, Jada Smith, so that problem resolved. We resume play. McCallop drives, gets her man in the air, draws the foul. That's a veteran play from a sophomore right there. That fake to get the opponent up in the air and then drawing the foul for some free throws. Livy Scholl and Lexi Kurt to check in pretty soon here. This first McCallop free throw that puts the Miege lead back up to 8. McCallop, their second free throw is right there, and it is a 9-point advantage again. Raytown unable to cut it to anything lower than that. We are in for a fourth quarter that will take us down to the wire. Brown driving to the left, still driving. McCallop with her every step. And Brown again. LaCoria Brown to the right side. Guarded so tightly by McCallop. Now in the corner, Hatcher. Step back move, just short, but the rebound claimed by Smith. Now out to Brown, long three, back rim, grabbed by Faith McCallop, who's running with one at her back. Got stripped, lost the ball. That's going to be off Raytown and out of bounds to the Stags. Nine-point game. Stags trying to up it to double digits. Raytown trying to fight back. Been like this for some time. McCallop goes up with it, missed the floater. That is one the Stags would like to have back. Nine-point ball game. Brown feeds down low. That is covered, but an open three-point look, and that was always going to be good from LaCoria Brown. Way too open. She cuts it to 6. Verhulst with it. Stags trying to upset the number 2 team in the Metro. Raytown trying to move to 17-1. McCallop. McCallop drives. That is poked away. The Blue Jays steal it. 2-on-2. This is Hatcher. Hatcher drives past McCallop. Bounce pass. Left-handed runner does not go. And Livy Scholl is whistled for the foul. (42-36) our score. That first free throw finds its way home. (42-37) our score. Second free throw is a little strong, and Scholl grabs it, gives to Verhulst. Opportunity to hold for the last shot here, but Kirsten Verhulst has no interest in that. Jumper does not go. Grant grabs it, lost it. Now Brown. Brown has Grant at her back. She pulls it out and wisely holds for the last shot, but they've got to go now. Hatcher thought about a spot up three. Didn't take it. 4 seconds. Nice move. Runner goes. It is a 3-point game at the end of 3 quarters. Miege holds the lead, but the Raytown Blue Jays holds the momentum. We will go into the fourth with our score 42 in favor of the Stags to 39 of the Blue Jays. We'll step aside for a minute. Join us for more of the 8-10 Varsity Showcase. So we restart play with the Blue Jays down by 3. They can tie on this possession. Largest lead of the game for the Stags was 15. Blue Jays have come almost all the way back. Jada Smith in the corner with it, stepped on the line. That is the right call. I was looking at the same thing as the official. Shoe is just a little bit too big and stepped on the outer part of that blue line, and Stags claim the ball. 7:40 to go, fourth quarter. Tight game going down to the wire here. Looks like receiving some treatment for the Blue Jays is Amani Henry. She's out of the game right now. Verhulst comes through on the handoff. It goes behind her back, cutting to the basket, needs help. Tries to go up with it, lost it out of bounds, and Hatcher is fouled. Excuse me, not out of bounds, just lost. And I'm used to saying that because we've had so many of those small little hustle plays in this game, but now it looks like Amani Henry is cleared to return. 7:20 to go in the ball game. $7:15 to go, fourth quarter. Raytown down 3. Can tie on this possession. Henry goes up, missed the runner, and Carly Kurt grabs the rebound. She's got a 3-on-2. She will pull it out, slow things down. Kurt to McCallop. Kirsten Verhulst in the corner. Well short. McCallop grabs the rebound. Grace McCallop also short. That rebound fought for and pulled down by Raytown. All the way to the basket. Runner goes. 1-point game. Raytown is closing in on the Stags. Carly Kurt enters the front court. Stags escape some traps. Verhulst looks to float it. Doesn't go. Olsen back up and in. Big answer basket for the Stags. A trade of baskets to open the fourth quarter, 3-point game. 6:20 to go in the fourth quarter. That three-pointer is off the back of the backboard. Allie Olsen claims it. Timeout called by Miege before that, just to secure possession and not lose that all-important possession arrow. We will take a 30-second timeout. Be back with more action after the break. So restarting here, 44-41 our score. Bishop Miege up by 3. This would be such a statement win for this Bishop Miege program. Recently lost to the number 3 team in the Metro. Blowout loss at home. This a much closer game. Verhulst almost lost it. Didn't have possession, so it's not a carry. 6 minutes to go, fourth quarter. Verhulst bumped on the perimeter by Gladys Brown. Another team very close to the bonus late in the game. 6:01 to go. Carly Kurt is going to have to chase that one all the way to the backcourt, but that is allowed by Atcher. 5:56 to go. Handoff to McCallop was nearly fumbled. McCallop got it back, and now a foul is going to be called away from the ball. That was on the ball, excuse me. That's going to go against Hatcher. Excuse me, Yancey, that is her third. McCallop to Kurt. Kurt in the corner, gets out with her left. Faith McCallop dribbles to the right, enters the lane, now gets out again. Miege valuing the ball. They don't want to turn it over this possession. McCallop is to her sister. Grace McCallop stripped, entering the lane. Ball on the floor, jump ball. Because of the earlier timeout we mentioned that secured the possession arrow, Miege recovers possession. And they will have it underneath the basket, so timeout pays later dividends. This is Carly Kurt with it. Kurt to Verhulst. 42nd possession here for the Stags. Verhulst drives, kicks to the corner. Carly Kurt for three, just short. McCallop grabs the rebound. Possession is never ending for Miege. Verhulst to Kurt, thought about it. Now Kurt drives, pulls it out and gives to Faith McCallop. A minute has come off the clock. The Stags holding the ball. Under 5 minutes we go. Verhulst dribbles to her left, staying patient. Kurt with it. Kurt dribbles to her right. Nothing doing for the Stags this possession. Faith McCallop recovers the steal. 5-on-4. Grace McCallop walked with it, and that ends that a minute and 20-second long possession for the Stags. A marathon, and Raytown wins that battle. 4:40 to go in the ball game. On the far side now. This is Smith with it. Smith gives to Brown. Miege getting out on that because they know cannot have a dagger three-pointer. Instead, a nice cut blocked by Verhulst. McCallop brings the ball up for the Stags. This is Faith McCallop open. Verhulst corner three, sets her feet. Just short. Allie Olsen grabs the board. Grace McCallop for three. She got it. Second chance opportunity. Allie Olsen with a huge rebound. Grace McCallop hits the open shot. Jada Smith wanted it in transition there, didn't get it. Now an open cutter, and Grace McCallop got burned there by Amani Henry. Nice cut by Henry to answer and cut the lead to 4. Under 4 minutes to go. Miege holding on to a 4-point advantage that has been challenged but never overtaken. Grant with it. Grant picks up her dribble, clears to McCallop. Yancey being careful not to foul. That is tipped and out of bounds. 3:25 shows on the clock. The Stags will hold it. Boy, pretty quickly, these Stag possessions are eating into the clock. We are getting down to crunch time. This is Olsen, gives to Verhulst, up and under, reverse, doesn't go. Olsen grabs it, Olsen puts it back up and in. Allie Olsen with 2 huge offensive rebounds back to back. Lead up to 6 for Miege, trying to upset the number 2 team in the Metro. Olsen tips the ball away. It will stay underneath with Raytown. 3:02 to go in the ball game. This would be a huge defensive hold for the Stags, and the Blue Jays need to answer here. Smith with it. Smith gives back to the corner. Brown thought about shooting it. Now pulls out. Gives to Hatcher. This is Yancey with it, far side. Hatcher gets a touch. 2:50 to go. Hatcher not wanting to shoot that spot up three that they might not hesitate on less important possessions. Now Hatcher tries to swing it cross court. Yancey open for three. In and out, and Olsen grabs another rebound. McCallop with it versus course and takes us under 2:30 across the timeline. Stags trying to put this one away. Grant with it. Grant far side. Grant over to Olsen. Grant to Verhulst. And now a foul that will go the other way. Raytown gets an offensive foul on an illegal screen away from the ball. 2:21 to go in the ball game. Neither team in the bonus, surprisingly. 6-point ball game. Hatcher with it. Far side to Brown. Now Brown gives back to Hatcher in the corner, who enters into the lane, tipped by McCallop. And out of bounds, she just lost it out of bounds, lost her dribble, and it will go the Stags' way. So a lucky turnover there. Amani Henry mishandles it, and now full court pressure for the Stags to deal with. Tipped, the Blue Jays get it back, and that is an easy layup for Yancey. Bad giveaway there by Faith McCallop, and then she is fouled by Yancey on the ensuing possession. 5 fouls for each team. Costly bucket to give up there. Now Raytown drops that full court pressure as we are under 2 minutes. McCallop Across the timeline. This is Verhulst with it. Verhulst holds it. Now pulls it out. Verhulst gives to Faith McCallop. Looking to give it to Olsen. Down low is stripped. This is Brown going behind her back. Brown enters the front court. Yancey trying to get fouled. Goes all the way in, and a blocking foul is called on Grace McCallop. They are not in the bonus, so it will just be an inbounds pass underneath the basket. Two shots for Summer Yancey. They called that a shooting foul. Yancey's had a very good game, very smart player, and she knocks down the first free throw. Gladys Brown checks into the game for the Blue Jays. Minute 31 to go, fourth quarter. Stags looking for an upset. Raytown trying to improve their status to 17-1. Not slide in the 8-10 varsity top 25. That rebound misses. Grabbed by Allie Olsen. Verhulst trying to get fouled, runs into a double. Clears it to McCallop. McCallop for Olsen, threw it a little late. Olsen grabs it, is under the basket, and got out with it. Faith McCallop gives to Grant. Grant to Faith McCallop. Minute 10 and under to go. McCallop spins. This is Grant. A whistle and a foul is called on one of those handoff exchanges. That now puts us, both teams in the bonus. One-and-one territory for both squads as we creep down. There's some conference between the referees now. Maybe about who the foul was on. And a timeout now called by Raytown. It will be a full timeout, so we will step aside for 60 seconds. Going down to the wire between Miege and Raytown when we come back. We've got a barn burner here in our fourth game. Been the best game of the day so far. Miege and Raytown, both two top 25 teams in the Metro. Raytown ranked number 2. Miege holding the lead. Trying to pull off an upset. Grant stops, gives to McCallop. McCallop dribbles, crosses over. Now Verhulst pulls it out. 45 seconds to go. Miege trying to kill time, and eventually they will just get fouled. Grant to Verhulst, and a foul is called, and Grant will be the shooter. Like a little bit shaken up on that foul call was LaCoria Brown, talented senior who's been so good today, shooting from behind the three-point line. Now, Mary Grant, the freshman on varsity, shooting the biggest 1-and-1 of her season. Trying to get a statement win for this Bishop Miege team to put them on Kansas high school map, and she missed it. Allie Olsen could not grab the rebound. 36 seconds to go. Hatcher with it. Hatcher crosses over on Verhulst, drives the lane, puts it up, no good, and a foul is called. with 29 seconds to go. Hatcher is shooting 2, no danger of missing the front end here. She knocks down the first. Bishop Miege is gonna have to hit some free throws to close this one out. Hatcher's second free throw is good, and a timeout called by Raytown. They will use a full timeout, so we will step aside for 60 seconds. Got some free throw shooting and dramatics to go over when we come back. Stick around for more of the 810 Varsity Showcase. We restart here. The inbounds pass goes to McCallop. Faith McCallop now with it. She is doubled. Tie up. It goes to Raytown. Raytown gets the stop they had to have out of the timeout. And they get the ball back down one underneath the goal. 48-49, 25.6 shows on the scoreboard. Immediately after this, Baser Linwood takes on Lee Summit. Corner three is good! Raytown takes their first lead of the game. 51-49, McCallop drives, overthrew Olsen, and Raytown gets the ball. Timeout called by Bishop Miege. How about LaCoria? Cardiac Brown in the corner. She's done it all day for Raytown. She may have just won them the game. We will stay with you through this timeout. How about LaCoria Brown? In the corner, knocks it down. Corner three. She is the sharpshooter for this Raytown team, and that was proceed. Now it's still a 1-and-1 situation. We'll reset you here. 51-49 in favor of Raytown. 13.4 to go in the ball game. 7 fouls apiece for each team, which means it is a 1-and-1 situation for Raytown. No foul trouble for either side. Bishop Miege is going to have to go for a steal first. Time to go for a steal. And then you have to foul and rely on a missed 1-and-1 to get you back into this game. Grace McCallop had Allie Olsen just overthrown ever so slightly, and fingertips for Allie Olsen from tying this game, but Raytown now must break the press. Inbounds press goes to Hatcher. She gets out of it. Now Miege must foul, and they foul the one that they did not want to foul. It's LaCoria Brown, 5'3", sharpshooting senior who just hit the three in the corner. Now has a chance to end this game. That's the 8th team foul on Miege. 1-1 here for LaCoria Brown, who's been in so many of these moments over her veteran career. The 1-and-1 is up. It's strong. Offensive rebound grabbed by Yancey. And that was Miege's chance. It was just strong enough of a free throw that it went directly to Yancey. 8.1 now shows on the clock. Same situation for Summer Yancey trying to ice this game. First free throw up, on the way, and good. She's got one more. No option for Kevin Mulvaney to try to ice her. This free throw just about do it. Left it short. Olsen grabs the rebound. McCallop driving with her left. Faith McCallop, they have to have a three. McCallop drives for a layup. That would not have done it, and Raytown grabs the rebound. This game is over. Raytown comes back from down 15 points and claims a victory. The Stags took them the distance but could not hold off the number 2 team in the Metro. It is a 52-49 victory for Raytown as they improve to 17-1. A heartbreaker for Bishop Miege, but many positives to take out of this one. That does it for my coverage today of A10 Varsity. Sean Brewer and the rest of the crew will take you home as Game 4 concludes. We've got a great slate for you the rest of tonight. Game immediately following this, you'll have to switch streams to go catch it, is Basehor Linwood against the Lee Summit Tigers as a boys basketball game. At Game 6 of our day is going to be the Blue Valley North Lady Mustangs against the Lee Summit West Lady Titans, and that is a fantastic contest between two Missouri and Kansas powerhouses. And then our nightcap tonight, the Free State Firebirds take on the best boys team in the Metro, the Lee Summit West Titans. That does it for my coverage today. I'm Daniel Sullivan. It's been a pleasure to be with you through my 3 games today. I hope you enjoyed.